record, record. There you go. Okay, so oh, and also another one was for what we could discuss is basically how we feel about the groups meeting that we've been doing.
Well, compared to when we first started, like what was the thoughts when we saw the assignment in the beginning
Uh,
compared to now?
It says discuss your experience working in the group. Be honest in your reflection of your experience. Don't just say what you think everyone slash me wants to hear. How did it go? Did you hate it? Did you kind of enjoy it? Are you taking anything from these experience? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, you can go first.
Um, okay, when we first started doing these groups, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, is this really necessary? Because I don't like I don't like, talking in front of a lot of people. So I'm like, is this really serious? But I did the first one with the other
See,
lady.
I blurred the background so you can see y'all, but you can't see y'all.
I did the other one with the first lady. And it went, like how I was be going. I don't know why she stopped joining them. I don't know what happened with that. But ours was like the same way. So it was like kind of just like one on one because we really never had a group. But I enjoyed it.
Like, would you feel you would have been a lot more anxious or enjoyed it a lot less if actually everyone really showed up?
It depends. I feel like it all depends on people's personalities and energy. So I really wouldn't know. So I was like actually in the group with them.
Okay, I think I ain't gonna lie, I kind of prefer the 2-on-2, even the 2-on-3, maybe three, but I don't know how I would have done with like six
Right.
people. I don't know how that necessarily would have went. And that's just because it's like I don't have a lot to say, but I have a lot to say depending on the topic.
Right.
And then I don't know. Because because it probably would have been so many personalities, I probably would have just been looking. And not because I'm not like because I'm a strong personality by myself. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. I could fill a room. But it's like when it's so much going on, I'm always the one to kind of like zip it and just observe everything.
Mhm.
So I probably wouldn't have too much input because I'll just basically be watching how everybody's kind of like working together. So I probably wouldn't have had too much to say unless y'all pointed me out specifically. Unless y'all added me, I probably would have just been like, huh?
Yeah, I think that's really it. Cause
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. Like, if she's doing this for research and this was her like tryout phase, I'm gonna say I'm thinking I don't know how the other groups went if they were larger ones, but I'm not gonna hold you, Miss McCarthy. Ours kind of worked for me. So,
it is.
and apparently it worked for him because he's all up in here. Didn't write not one essay. And he need a haircut, girl. He looked like gonna kill mine.
Oh my God.
He does. Like when you look at him, he look like he be sliding his head back with his girl. I don't know what's going on. And as far as the assignment, since Mrs. McCarthy is gonna be watching these, I was out of town and I thought I would be able to handle the out of town shenanigans as well as my work, and time just got away from me. So as far as the meeting is concerned, I would still like to actually have a conversation, you and I. If you could inbox me or whatever a time that you're available, I'm willing to do that. But yeah, it's just I'm not even gonna hold you, like I planned it out. I was like, okay, it'll be 9:30 my time, 8:30 y'all time, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, I'll be up, whatever, whatever. And then it turned into the fact because we were ahead, the stores were open earlier and we had to get last minute stuff. So it was like by the time I realized the time difference, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh god. I was literally smack dab in Target with my aunt, my daughter. Like it was a thing. It was a thing. Not even gonna hold you. So if you would like to reschedule that or possibly talk to me, I understand I missed it already, so I won't get a grade for it. That's fine. But if you still want to speak to me, I'm willing to do so. As far as the expert will say, I'm gonna say everybody call you what? Yana.
Yeah.
All of those.
Toxic dot. Oh yeah.
Okay. As far as the expert will say, I'm gonna let Yana kind of take over and give her opinion on which if you leave the door open a crack a little too long. Phew. Down the street. Then we stay on right off of St. Charles. So
He be
and
going.
nobody got time for that. Be chasing him down the street. Sometimes I be in my robe, girl, chasing him down. And it's so embarrassing because it's kind of sort of like a main highway, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Then
ring.
we stay by the red light. So if people sitting at the red light,
You just gotta be like, sorry, y'all.
I don't pay no mind because at this point, sometimes he don't have his tags on. So I have to chase him.
I
And then I'm yelling his name the whole time and he just looking back and keep going.
cannot find. Here you go. Can you see my screen?
I could see it at first. I can't see it anymore.
Um,
Okay, there you go.
okay. So this like basically the summary that I got from reading in experts their long title. You can just read over it because that basically just explains what the main idea of the of the article.
Mm, I'm not gonna hold you. I agree with the first paragraph. I feel like, and I'm gonna be real with you, and excuse my language, Ms. McCarthy, but I feel like this essay is gonna piss me off. And not just the essay. I think the experts say building skills like grit and perseverance. Not gonna hold you. School doesn't teach that. School teaches tolerance, and then it basically gives you. It is basically structured for um shared thoughts. There's nothing about going to school, like writing essays, as far as my opinion is concerned. I have not had many of those throughout my school career.
Mm-hmm.
It was always reiterating something that was written by someone else or reading a book and then telling them what I thought the book meant, but not necessarily how I identified with whatever book I was reading. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, another thing that's saying through expert opinions and educational research, Baker shows how critical it is to help students develop both academic knowledge and emotional strength involving college readiness. They don't do that because when it comes to emotional things of that nature, they expect certain kids, and I'll just I have personally experienced them wanting the schools wanting the kids to be emotionally intelligent and emotionally stable when some adults aren't even that. It's
Right.
like you're expecting an adult emotion. Like, okay, my son was being bullied like very badly. He's literally 14. He's 14 now. He's 5'8", like 260, linebacker, big dude, right?
Mhm.
And he was being bullied. And they put like ketchup and mustard on his shirt. Somebody wrote on the back of him, like those type of things that were happening. And when he finally defended himself, they were like, "Oh, well, we're suspending both kids." Mind you, they were aware of the bullying. I had went to the school, spoke about it. Some kids even reported it. It was a thing, like it was a whole thing. They were aware. They had cameras. They would roll the cameras back, and he still would get suspended for defending himself because they said that he participated in a fight. And my situation with that was, I'm like, how is that a thing? And they were like, oh, well, we feel like if he were hit or spit on or whatever, we felt like he could have composed himself and walked away. But instead, he reacted. And I'm looking like, girl, I'm 30 at the time. I'm like, girl, I'm 35. And if you spit on me,
I had a similar situation with that the other day.
right,
That's
you feel what I'm saying? So like they're not teaching. That's not what they're teaching, and they're also not a teaching. They're not teaching real life lessons when it comes to school. So I feel like high school does not really prepare you for college. It really doesn't. I'm gonna be real with you. Having a now 20-year-old that was just in high school to college, it doesn't do that. So the fact that this, from what I'm understanding, in just the first two paragraphs in what you wrote, I feel like this is a false narrative. This is something they made up, unless they're teaching this in private school.
right, right.
You get what I'm saying? Because this is not in the syllabus for not one high school or elementary class. They're not teaching emotional intelligence. They're not even teaching them how to be able to deal with stress and things of that nature, because if something happened and they tell one teacher, they don't do anything about it, they tell this teacher, they don't do anything about it, then they get mad when they go home and tell the parent. Now the parent is there cussing you out from A to Z, and now you're upset. And that's why I'm saying they're not teaching this. They're not teaching uh they don't have a class for emotional intelligence. They don't have a class for where if they have a kid that's having trouble at home, or you know say if they're seeing abusive things, so this child is just an abusive child, this child don't know how to handle those type of things, which granted it is on the parent to get them some type of therapy, some type of help. But for them to say that their expert opinion, educational research, they're teaching academic knowledge and emotional strength to improve college readiness is pissing me off, because they're not.
They're not.
And nor have they ever been. Because I got into the world of adulthood and was looking like, they ain't teach me that. And it's like, what the hell? They didn't teach me how to pay not one bill. They didn't teach me how to that taxes was going to be took out of my check. They didn't
Right.
teach me how to budget. They didn't teach me how to save. No financial literacy whatsoever. Everything I learned in school. Now, mind you, I can tell you where Nebraska is, but not one of my bills said, "Hey, we'll leave your lights on if you can point out Nebraska." Not one.
Facts.
So I'm trying to figure out what is it they're talking about. And when I read this article for myself, what are they talking about in this? What are you saying? What are you saying? Because what you're teaching, some of the things you're teaching, we don't even use, we don't need. Unless you are someone that needs to learn the uh wind speed of the car going 20 miles per hour to possibly and or not hit the train. I feel like that's engineer. If you want to be an engineer, you go that far when it comes to math. If you do not, now one time have I calculated my paycheck and I had to use trigonometry to do it. Not once.
A PIMD.
Not once. Have you?
No,
Has it took you calculus to figure out that all your bills are more than your check? Did it take calculus for that for you?
just a calculator.
Oh, but I'm saying, did you have to use certain buttons on the calculator that required A, B, and C and finding Y? Did you have to do that? Oh, okay. So
Numbers.
I'm just trying to see, what are they saying? Because I know when I read this, this is gonna piss me off. because it's false. Because I'm trying to figure out what educational research did you do, right? Whom did you do it on? And if you actually did this research on a certain amount of people in a certain area, say their names. Because I need to know when they did the research and they improved this emotional strength and developed both academic knowledge, right? I need to know how did that work out for them? Because now I feel like this article leaves you on a cliffhanger. Because now I need to know this research, who did it help? Oh, you don't have an answer for me? I mean, you read the
No.
whole thing, it didn't tell
I
you.
mean, I just feel like they basically saying like the basically just to like push through hard times, stay committed, but they don't. I think like they didn't put
That has
like
nothing to do with academic. That has
sometimes.
everything to do with you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes like the strong people get tired too. So
Right. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? like what are you saying? So I feel like
I agree.
I don't know. I'm like I know. I mean, so are they saying that kids that drop out, uh, kids that do not succeed in college, they don't have traits like grit or perseverance? Because I feel like they possibly do. It's just not in an academic aspect.
Right. I really feel like they don't it don't teach you to, for instance, like I said, juggle schoolwork, family. It's just like it teach you just to quote unquote be successful, but not like if you don't have like what I'm trying to say.
It's not even putting you in a position to be successful because how many people have all the degrees and don't even work in the fields in which the degree is? And then nobody's paying top dollar. My friend right now is an accountant and she's like, she can't even afford certain things. She's currently looking, mind you, she's been with this job, I think, for about 5 years. She's currently looking for another job because I think they've upped the pay or whatever. In her job, I think she's at like 56,000, maybe 60,000, and they're paying now I think like 90 to 120,000 for the work she does now for the company she's at. So my situation is even in those fields, and some of the most successful people don't even have a college education.
Right.
Some of them didn't even finish high school. So I'm kind of like, where was the perseverance teaching then? Where was the grit for where they had grit, just not for this? So I'm not. I feel like again, if they did the research, who did they research? Say their names.
Right. I can let me pull it. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me try to pull it up real quick.
There, you're not gonna find out who they actually did the
No,
research
no, no,
on.
no. I'm talking about the essay.
Oh, the actual article.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just so you can like skim through it, but you're right. You know, they gave me a C. Now I got a different outlook on the essay, really.
Oh my God, don't let me flip you, because I'm
Look,
telling you right now.
I got a different outlook on it now.
Don't let me don't let me flip your mind on what you thought or what you, I don't know, because I didn't finish reading what you said.
Oh, yeah, you said she took it down. She did.
Yeah, she took
I
it
mean, I
down.
can't
So like,
even go
where am
back
I
and
supposed
read
to
it.
read it from? Oh, it's in the book. It's in our book.
Ah, by the time I finish pulling it up.
Right. And I think it's like chapter 13. I'm not sure, girl. Don't give me the line. And we only have 3 minutes left. So this might be, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that might be
have to pull
pushing
it
it.
up. Yeah, I might. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get into it. She locked them. Mind you, that's how I did my work. I would go back and forth to that to kind of
Mhm.
like read it or whatever. Since she used to put it up, I never really went to the book and did any reading. I read what she gave us.
Right.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm very confused. I'm gonna have to see who is these experts. Say their names.
Oh,
Because
I hated that. Did you do that one where you had to record yourself reading?
no, this is the one. This is another one. All these right here, experts say hypothesis, experts say think aloud. No, the solo reflection. I think I missed that one too.
Okay.
No, 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 no. The 15th, the 15th, yeah, because she locked them on the 16th. Mind you, that when I was on the road coming home, I was gonna do it once I got home, and once I clicked on it, it was locked, and then that's just it.
Um,
I literally only have these left right here, which saddens me because I'm not gonna lie, I would have ate this essay up real bad. This video performance for 25 points, baby, I'd have ate that up real bad. That upsets me because I didn't read it, so I didn't know that I would have feelings
right.
because say their name. Like I hate when I read stuff and they're like, "Oh, we did research," or "Oh, we surveyed." Like sometimes when I watch Family Feud, they're like, "We surveyed 100 so and such and such," right? And
Mhm.
some of the answers, I'd be like, "Where did you find these people you asked these questions to?" You know, like where were these people? Say their name. Because some of those answers be like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like when researchers do research, especially when it comes to the educational aspect, it kind of pisses me off because I feel like if you did do research, you went in certain neighborhoods or you went to certain schools or you went to certain academia and you asked the teachers
Right.
and you saw lesson plans and you figured what was on that lesson plan is what they were belting out, when at the end of the day lessons plans always say one thing and what actually goes on is a totally different thing.
Another thing, right.
Right. So I needed to know who did the research and who did they research on. Say their names. Because that is not happening in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's not happening over here. Unless it's happening in a private school I know nothing about.
I can agree.
I ain't gonna lie, I look forward to reading this new essay you're gonna write.